one of those females, yes, Border Patrol females are bitches. Because they're trying to prove themselves, because unfortunately they're in a very male dominated world. The problem is they're taking it on the wrong people.
Right.
So I had one of these bitches actually stopped my brother and asked him where he was born. He said U.S. And this was before documents were required at the border.
Right.
And she's trying to trip him up. So my brother is like in elementary school, and he's like and she's like trying to drill him as to like where he was born, and finally he says Balboa Naval Hospital.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's good. He knows exactly where he was born.
And she won't take that for an answer. But because he said Balboa Naval Hospital, you know those military guards that sit at the door and never move.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
He walked away from his post, told the bitch that he's clear to go and to and let him pass.
Right. Yeah.
Because this is the son of one of his brothers in arms.
This is basically a member of the DoD's basically a dependent.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That was getting hassled. And when have you seen the military guys move from the Border Patrol?
Yeah, no. Sometimes I thought they were made out of stone.
Mm-hmm.
We are.
Yeah, but the guy told the bitch to basically fuck off and let him in.
Yeah, no, exactly. And there's that.
Keep in mind, I have a different opinion of her brother, because I remember taking the entire family out to dinner one day, and we're sitting there with her entire family. Okay. So we're sitting there with mother-in-law Maria, her kid brother, and and we were just dating at this point, so
yeah,
we weren't married. So we were still, I think, early 20s, and he's like what, 10, 9?
He's 7 years younger.
7 years young. Well, we were still teenagers then. So yeah, we were probably like 19 then. But it was funny because he's just a little kid, and then immigration came in and sat down at a table across from us. And all of a sudden, her kid brother, the only one with a green card in her family, or not a green card, but the only one who doesn't have a green card in her family, yells out, "La migración, la migración," and hides. And it's like, you little bastard. It ranks up with our kid driving in the back of the Mustang with a sign that says, "Help me," flashing it to the cops because he thought it was funny.
Yeah, the only reason immigration did not come over and interrogate us because we were with a fucking blonde at the table.
Right.
Who?
And it was their lunch hour. They're probably not going to do much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, we're just here for the burgers, man.
Yeah, no, yeah. The government. Well, it's like the government is very precious about their lunch hour. It's like, look.
Yes.
This
Yes,
is the only
we are.
time we don't have to do goddamn thing. It's alone.
It's my lunch hour. I am not doing damn shit.
Yeah. So She-Hulk So She-Hulk kind of hit close to home because I've been there.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, I'm still there a couple of times, but I'm much older and I understand how the game is played.
Sure, exactly.
She's still teaching me.
I'll give you an example. I did such a good job, and so I work with government contracts, so I can't. So I'm going to leave this as loose as possible. As as generic as possible.
Yes.
I live in a household of non-disclosure agreements.
Yeah, unfortunately, the league is fine, but I get my ass,
thrown in jail.
Thrown in jail and deported.
Or you have to answer a lot of questions in a very small room. With,
Yeah, with a bright light in your face.
Yeah, so
Mr. Anderson.
So I will say I will tell you what happened at work as very general terms.
Yeah.
So in my area, I did such a good job in my area that they've actually given me another area to clean up in addition to my own.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no shit.
Say that with as much sarcasm and ridicule as you
can. So my job is taking care of inventories.
Yeah.
So for this one section of the company, I did their inventory, and now they want me to do an inventory for another section of the company. And this other section of the company has had one person in charge for a very, 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 very long time.
How many years, you should say?
They're getting close to retirement age at this point.
Are you saying like 15 years?
If not longer.
In that one position? Okay, yeah.
Okay, so they've been there since the 90s, I'm going to assume. So let's just say they're kind of set in their ways. And I'm going there, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And this makes no sense.
Right.
So step one for me is when you do an inventory is find out what parts need to be inventoried.
Right?
There's no master list as to what parts these are.
Well, that's a good step one is to create step one. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So I go through and I we're for about a couple of weeks I my when I'm not doing my regular job, on the computer trying to figure out what are the part numbers for that need to be inventoried for this new area, and I create a master list of every single part number I can find for this area. And then I go through all the part numbers and figure out which ones have been discontinued or obsolete. Because apparently there's quite a few that have been there since like
The Nixon administration.
yeah.
That's a good description.
This company has been there for 50 years, just to give you an idea.
These businesses, yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, I'll work on the obsolete parts first so I can get them out of the way.